Well, good morning and welcome to another project with a guy and his projects. Today we are going to be changing the transmission filter, the transmission fluid filter on a 2006 Honda Odyssey. We're not changing the screen, we're not taking the transmission apart, we're just changing the little fluid filter. It's like an oil filter, almost exactly like an oil filter. There's a little controversy on this. Before we get into that, it was only, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it was only the 2005 and 2006 Honda Odysseys that have this accessible filter. It's still inside the transmission, Honda will tell you, but it is accessible. I'm going to show you how. So the reason we're changing this is because I'm assuming it's in horrible shape. This has almost 200,000 miles on this van. And as far as I know, this has never been serviced. We just bought this van about 10 to 15,000 miles ago. The transmission fluid, you may have seen the other video. If not, click down below, I'll link it, where I changed the fluid right after we got this van and it was pretty gnarly. So I'm assuming the filter needs to be changed. Now when I looked online for this, there wasn't a whole lot of information as far as part numbers or anything like that. I found some. And I decided to go to the Honda dealer. So I go to the Honda dealer and I say, hey, I need a transmission filter. And the guy says, okay. He's like, typically those aren't changed out. Do you know it's bad? Of course, I don't know it's bad. But I tell him, I'm like, no, I don't, but there's 200,000 on the van and I'm assuming it needs to be changed. And I was told by the Honda parts guy, he's like, no, you don't need to change that. That's a permanent filter. You never need to change it. It's good for the life of the van. And in my head, I was like, well, that's great, but it's like an oil filter. I mean, it's going to get trashed. It's just filament after 200,000 miles of sitting in fluid. It's going to wear out, right? And he said, no, he's like, it's good for the life of the vehicle. Okay. So here's my thing though, what's the life of the vehicle? Is this going to cause the life of my vehicle to shorten? As if so. He's right, it's good for the life of the vehicle, but I want the life of my vehicle to go as long as possible. So I told him to get me one, and he said because they never change them, ever, they don't even have them in stock and he has to order it from Honda. So I said okay. He said he can have it in a day. I came back the next day, talked to a different individual who saw it, and I commented, I was like, holy smokes, that's a lot smaller than I expected, especially for a part that's supposed to be in there for the life of the vehicle. And he's like, yeah, I've never seen one, we don't really replace those. And I'm like, so why not? And he's like, well, they're good for the life of the vehicle, we never have to change them. And I asked him, like, well, how do you know you don't have to change them? Do you pull them out to look at them? And he's like, no. And a service guy happened to be walking by, so he grabbed him. He's like, hey man, do we ever pull those to look at them? And the service guy was like, no, they're good for the life of the vehicle. So, to be fair, I am changing this because I'm curious to see what the old one looks like. You're going to find out with me if you keep watching. But as far as Honda is concerned, they don't even look at them to find out if they are bad. So how did they decide that, hey, this is good for the life of the vehicle? Did they run one for 250,000 miles and then look at it? From what I'm gathering, they don't. I'm sure they send so much fluid through it in a testing facility, but I mean, really, you know. So we're going to find out today if the original one, as far as I know is original, if it's been replaced, so much the better, but I'm assuming it's original. If the original one looks like it would actually make it for another 50 to 100,000 miles. Keeping in mind there's already almost 200, it's like 190 something on there. So anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to do it if you have the same vehicle. Another reason I feel like this is not good for the life of the vehicle is because they only did it for 2 years, 05 and 06. After that, they got rid of the filter, I believe. Maybe they just buried it in deeper so you can't service it. I don't know. But we're going to find out. So stay tuned.
So to get started, you're going to remove the terminals off of your battery. The filter is going to be underneath. This will be way easier to do if you get rid of this. Just undo your J-hooks, pull your battery out. Next is your air filter box. Just go ahead and unscrew those. A Phillip or I don't remember. I think they're 8mm. You're going to end up flipping all this stuff back over itself to get it out of the way. So take off the electrical, pop open your whatchamacallit thingy-majiggy, take out your filter, and then the bottom of your box. Right here is your ABS control module. You're going to unbolt this. You're not going to remove it, you're just going to unbolt it. This is very optional. I did not gain much space by doing that. This is your battery tray. Just get rid of that. And then here we go to the fun part. So this right here is where your filter is going to be housed. This is right under the ABS module. It's a 17mm bolt, I believe. Just going to get in there and break it out. I could not see what I was doing. This is all by feel. I'm going to take apart these. I want to say they were 10mm bolts. This is holding the cap on. And break them loose. Again, you won't really be able to see what you're doing. The camera could see way the heck better than I could. And right, what you saw there was the only benefit to unbolting the ABS module. Just being able to get it up out of the way just a tiny bit. So you're going to take all three of those bolts out, holding the cover on. And then very gently, so you don't scratch it and mar it, grab a screwdriver flathead and work that cap off. It fits very tightly. And you work it, work it, work it. And when it comes undone, you're going to drip some ATF. That's okay. That's what the towel's for. You might need a couple more. There's more that drained out than I anticipated. So grab that cover and just manhandle it out, just like so. Now if you watch very closely, that washer I did not know was there. And that one that just fell in slow motion right there. Boom, 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 bing. If you're not careful, you will lose that if you don't know it's there. But now you know it's there, so no excuses. Anywho, that's your filter. Now if you'll notice, I'm pulling it out in pieces, and yeah, I was rather disappointed. Chunks everywhere. Okay guys, this is Honda's definition of a lifetime filter that does not ever need to be changed for the life of the vehicle. You just saw me pull that out. This is where it is. This is the old one, for obviously. It came out in two pieces and I did not have to force it out. This part fell out as I grabbed it. This part was already broken off. I mean, it was probably still sitting together because there's no room for it to move anywhere else. But I did not pull that off. All I did was reached in there, grabbed the filter, pulled it out, and this was remaining. Completely disintegrated, pieces flying everywhere through your system. So all this stuff right here, this is all probably flowing through my transmission right now. Look, I can just rub it and pieces and chunks fall off. So if you have a year Odyssey that has this filter, I would highly recommend replacing it. Plus this is so freaking brittle, I can't even bend this stuff down. And it's ripping as I bend it just a little bit. Yeah, lifetime filter my ass. Okay, so when they say lifetime, they mean, hey, this is probably what's going to end your vehicle. And that's the lifetime expectancy. So the new filter, which is also a Honda OEM filter I just bought, it's the exact same filter. And hopefully this one lasts for a while. Now granted, there's 200,000, well not quite, but almost 200,000 miles on that, or less if it was changed by the previous owner. I'm kind of doubting. So I'm not expecting another 200,000 out of the van, so this will probably be the last one to ever go in. But based on this, shoot man, if I was to ever buy another vehicle like this, I would probably be changing this every 50,000, to be totally honest. Because this is bull crap. So anyway, there's that. This is the cap you saw me pull off, hopefully. I couldn't really see what you were looking at, so I'm just hoping you could see. We're going to go ahead and replace this O-ring right here as well. I do not have any leaks at the moment, but you're in there for a couple bucks, you might as well just change it. The part number for this filter was the Honda part number. and that was 25450 Ray, RAY 003. That was for the filter. I've got a variety of O-rings because I'm doing more projects than just the oil filter right now. I don't know which one was which. I'm gonna guess this was the O-ring for right here. And that part number is 91301 Ray, RAY 004. And I think this is another one that goes right there. Yes. Okay, so then your O-ring right here, which is also kind of brittle. This bad boy right here is also getting replaced. And that's this one right here, which is 91302 RAY 003. So let's get that stuff replaced. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and assemble the new assembly before we put it back in. I just ran my finger around the housing where this was, and I found a couple more chunks still in there, so I would recommend cleaning that out with your finger best you can. Not gonna lie, I'm fairly annoyed right now. Because you kind of trust Honda to tell you what you need to do for your vehicles to make them last forever, and they tell you, no, that's one of those parts you don't ever change. But then you look at this. I did not pull this stuff apart. This was broken in the housing, just from old age. So anyway, moving on, you're going to grab some transmission fluid, whatever you're using. I'm using Honda because I always believed in Honda. You're just going to gently lube the new rubber. This will just prevent any scarring when it gets slid back in. It'll also just help lube it up. This is going to go in here, just like so. I'm going to grab a screwdriver. Lightly, don't want to scar the housing right here. Pull that out with a smaller screwdriver. Alright, we're going to use a teeny weeny screwdriver here to pull this gasket out. This gasket still seems in good shape. Okay, you can lube this before or after. Let's clean this up a little bit. Get some like gunk out of there. I'm just going to slide that on. And same thing. Grab yourself some fresh fluid and just coat that up. Just give it a little love. I'm going to try and do a better job of cleaning out the housing where this was because it's really disturbing to me before I put this back together. Alright, as far as putting it back together, you should still have everything torn apart, so you just slide your filter back in. This was a little bit challenging trying to get the cover back on after the filter was in. The spring was holding tension on it and gravity was letting it fall down, and there's no way to get your finger in there to hold it up. So it took a lot of patience and about 8 more tries than I show in the video before I got to this point. Once you get to this point, you just snug your bolts on in, finger tight. Because this is such a tight fit with the cap going in, make sure you tighten the bolts down very evenly, a couple rotations per bolt, and then move to the next bolt, a couple rotations, move to the next bolt, and so on and so forth to get a nice even seal. You do not want to twist that O-ring or anything to that effect. You need to put your washer back on the transmission line and feed your bolt back through. There's your washer. There's a washer on both sides of that transmission line. You should have 2 washers total. And then you can just thread that back in, and again, easier said than done, but not that bad. Tighten it back in, tighten it back up. I can't talk, but that's okay. And once you get that snugged in, you'll probably want to get all those small bolts holding the cap back in one more time just for good measure. And you just reverse the process. Tighten your ABS module back down. You're going to put your battery tray back in. You're going to put in your air box, and so on and so forth. As far as the big question goes, did this save my transmission? No, it did not. So we had been having issues. We bought this as a private party sale. I knew the transmission was having some slight shifting issues. I had previously changed the fluid, the transmission fluid, not knowing there was an accessible filter. And that did help. And then I changed the filter in this video here. Put on a good 500 miles, no issues whatsoever, and then I ran it hard up some mountains up to Flagstaff one day, and the transmission started officially slipping. So, moral of the story, if you have an 05 or 06 Odyssey, check out that filter before it's too late, because I'm not sure if that had anything to do with causing a transmission to fail, but I can say it sure does not inspire confidence in the least. My 2 cents.
So you might be wondering, well, what do I do now? It's too late for my transmission too. I changed the filter, it's slipping, it's getting worse, or it's just not getting better. The answer to that is the same answer I have. Sell it and buy something not Honda. I'm going to get some wrath for that, I'm sure. But hey, you know, I have a couple of Nissans. I have 2 Nissans. I love the heck out of them. Nissan has done me good. I have 230,000 miles in my truck, all trouble-free for the most part, just some random miscellaneous maintenance issues. In all reality, is the only thing that has gone wrong with that in 230,000 miles. I have a Nissan Sentra with 123,000 miles. The only issue, one issue has been the AC compressor failed. That's the only issue. So some brands, some manufacturers, in my opinion, do better than others. I've only had one Honda experience and I am not happy with it. Now, in all fairness, I did buy it used and there was 100 and several thousand miles on it. So the previous owner, you know, didn't take as well care of it as he could have possibly. Don't know that. Either way, I do know that Honda says do not replace that filter. And I do know that when I pulled that filter out, it had disintegrated. And I do know that that would be an integral part of the transmission. And I do know that the transmission failed. Therefore, I don't like Honda at this point. Anywho, we now have another project. Good news for you. It has a lot of small things that need to be replaced on it. It's only got 111,000 miles, but it's an 06, which is fine. There's just some basic things that need to be replaced, and I'm going to be working on that, so that's more videos for you. This is a 2006 Chrysler Town & Country, so stay tuned. If you liked what you saw, make sure you give me a thumbs up so that I know you liked it. Leave a comment saying I helped you or you'd like to see something different. But above all, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because that's what really helps me know that, hey, people are liking this, people are watching other videos I post. So hit that subscribe, and I'll see you next time.